guys, I'm here for a long awaited video, and that is my December book haul slash the Christmas haul slash me buying a lot of books. This is a book haul that I've been wanting to film for weeks now, but I just haven't had all the books that I bought to show them off. But I finally got the last one in the mail today, so I'm very excited to show you off all the books I got. So I bought slash received 35 books in the month, and it doesn't feel that bad to me, but now that I'm looking at this big pile that I have, it's a lot of books. But I mean, half of them, around about half of them to like a third of them I did receive as Christmas presents, so it's not as bad. You know, not as bad. Oh my god, there's just so many books, but I'm very excited to show them all to you. So I've put the books into piles of when I bought them and who I got them from, or just the reason why I have them, so it's a bit easier to explain all the books, so let's do it. So at the beginning of the month, I got rid of 4 books that I didn't want anymore, and I took them to the secondhand bookstore, and they redeemed the books for me to be able to buy some more. Like, I still had to spend around $10, but I got 3 books out of it, which is really good. Like, I really like being able to buy books that I want more than having these ones that I don't really need anymore, because I have more than one copy of them, so I got rid of them. So anyway, these are the books that I got. So the first one I got was Captive by Carrie and this is the second book in the Need series, so now I have the first 3 books, and I'll have to get the last book at some point, but I saw this and I thought it was a good idea because I owned the first and the third one, and this just made a lot more sense to buy this now. Then I got Evermore by Alexandra. I'm pretty sure there is editions where like 3 books are combined in one, but I just wanted to get the first book to check it out. Like, this is one of those series that was written so long ago that everyone read it back then, but now it's not really as popular, but I kind of want to read it and check it out, and it's one of those, like, you know, bare books, like one of the first books written of this type of thing, so I'm really excited to read it. And then I got Bleeding Hearts by Alexandra Harvey, and this is like the 4th book in her Drake Chronicles, and I'm like sort of collecting them. Like, I have the 3rd and the 4th one, but I read the 3rd one when I didn't realize it was actually part of a series, but they're sort of companion novels, and like you would understand more if you read the first ones, but it's not the biggest thing. But I do want to get the first 2 books and actually read this series from the beginning, because I really did like the book that I did read. So finding this book was really good because it was a pretty good price. So finding this book was really good because like I'll be able to read it and really get into the story when I get the first 2 books, of course, but it's going to be good. Then the next book I got in the month was from my YA Chronicles box, and that is Finding Wonders by Janine Attikins. I can't even speak. This is a really beautiful looking book. I haven't read it yet. I've been so busy, like I have just not had time to do anything, but this book is really exciting because it's written in verse, and it tells the story of 3 girls who changed science, so it sounds like it's going to be really good, and it's really cute that it's like a hardcover. Like, I like the fact that they put a hardcover in the book, like, awesome. The next 2 books I got is a Christmas gift from one of my Bookstagram friends, Letitia. She is the most beautifulest girl ever, and I actually met her recently, and it was really fun. Like, we met in person, you know, like, it's so cool when you meet people in person that you've talked to online. Like, it was so cool. But she sent these books to me for Christmas, and I sent her 2 books for Christmas. So the books that she got me were Losing It by Cora Carmack, and I literally read this the night that I got it. Like, I have been wanting this book for so long, and then I finally had it in my hands, and I was like I had so many other things to read, but I just had to read this book because I was so excited, and it was just so beautifully written, and it was so small too, like 250 pages. I got a lot of story out of this. I loved it so much. And the other book that she got me was The Phil and Boyfriend by Casey West, and I've been wanting this book for so long. Like, I finally have some more Casey West books because I just want all of them in my life, but I can't at the moment because I'm so poor right now. I spent all my money on books, but I'm really excited to have this book, and I can finally read another one of hers because I've only read one, and I always say that she's one of my favorite authors, but I haven't read any of her other books, so like I need to read them. The next stack of books are the books that my parents got me. Like, I only asked for books, so they bought me like a heap, and I'm so thankful. Like, I love it when they buy me books. Like, even though my mom's always like, you gotta stop your addiction of book buying, I'm always like, Mum, buy me books, and she does on my birthday and Christmas because it's the only thing I asked for. But I'm really excited for all the things she got me. So the first present that they got me was like my big present, and that was the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor, and these are the beautiful hardcover editions, and just, it came in a box, but like I never keep the boxes for box sets because they annoy me. Like, I did keep it. It's actually holding like stuff on my case over there, but I don't keep it on the books. But anyway, this consists of Daughter of Smoke and Bone, which I've read already, and like, oh my god, this book is so beautiful and just I love it. Then I got Days of Blood and Starlight, and then dreams of gods and monsters, and I can't wait to read these books, but I'm still really terrified. Like, I'm not at a stage yet where I think I can continue this series because, like, I'm dying. The next book they got me is Since You've Been Gone by Moggy Metz, and I've been wanting this book forever. Like, I got so many books that I've been just wanting for like my whole life, and I can't wait to read this. Like, Amy and Roger's Epic Detour was one of my favourite books of the year before, 2015. I don't even know, like, I'm writing 2016 still, so I feel like I'm still in that year, but I'm not. But I've been wanting to read this since I read the only book of hers that I have read, so I'm very excited to have this, and it's going to be so good. And they got me Dune by Carrie and Laurie Langdon, and I've been hearing a lot of things about this book. Like, there's a lot of mixed reviews, but there's a lot of talk saying that they get better and better with each book, and I've just always wanted to read this because it just sounds really good, and like the glare of this is not working, but I'm very excited to have this and I just can't wait. Then they got me The Rain by Virginia Bergin, and I saw this first on Benjamin of Tomes. I hope that's his YouTube name. Like, I've just had a mental blank, but he did this really funny skit video about this, because with this book it's an apocalypse where the rain kills you. So like, if you can't drink tap water, you can't go swimming, you can't go outside when it's raining, this is what happens. Like, it touches you and it's like acid, and it just, like, way he like described this book made me want it for so long. And then it was only like $6 on Book Depository, and I told my parents to buy this one because I knew about the price, so I was like, that one sounds good. Then I got Soundless by Rochelle Mead, and like, how cute is my little copy? Like, it's the size of my face. See, it's the Facebook, but I've really been wanting to get this book. Like, I've had so many opportunities to buy it, and I finally was just like, get it, asking for it, because you want to read it, Abby, I know you do. And the last book that they got me was Of Beast and Beauty by Stacey J, and I'm really excited for this. Like, any Beauty and the Beast retellings, like, I want to read because it's one of my favorite stories ever, and I just want to read all of them. So I'm really excited about this, like, because this book sounds so good, and it's like a role reversal with the characters, which sounds really cool. But again, I just want to say thank you to my mum and dad, even though they probably won't watch this. It's such amazing amount of spoiling that they did for me this Christmas, and I like love you so much. The next two books I got for Christmas from my friend Lissy, and I'm so happy that she bought me books because, like, you know me so much. Like, we had a deal where we would buy a hardcover and a paperback for each other, so we both got each other books, which was a lot of fun. So the first book that she got me was Vaster in the Night by Sarah Porter. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, and it just sounded so cool, and it intrigued me. And then when we made the deal for hardcover, I was just like, Faster in the Night, go and get this because it sounds so good. And she got me The Death Code by Lindsay Cummings, and I've been wanting to read the sequel for so long. Like, everything has just been dying to have. But with this, the paperback didn't come out for quite a while, and then I just didn't even think to buy it, and then I was like, oh, paperback, gonna get this one because it's gonna be so good, and I can't wait to like get the conclusion of this series and know what's going on. Lissy actually surprised me though by giving me a second book, because she came into another copy of this book. Got some issues with Book Depository, and she didn't get her book in time, and then they just sent her another copy, and then she got the other copy as well. So the book is 26 Kisses by Anna Michaels, and this sounds like it's going to be a really fun contemporary. And like, when she's like, do you want it? And I'm just like, free hardcover, that sounds amazing, sure, give me the book because I want it. But I'm very excited. This book sounds like it's going to be really fun and like a good contemporary with like a lot of laughs, so I'm really happy that she gave it to me. Thank you so much. The next stack of books I bought because the holiday booktubeathon discount was going, and even though I didn't participate in the booktubeathon, I still bought books for the discount because the things that were already discounted had another 10% off. So I definitely used that and bought some books because like I was really excited and wanted more. So these are all the books that I bought from that. So the first book I got was Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I want to read this so badly. After I read The Sun Is Also a Star, I've been dying. Like, this is something I want to read, and it sounds like such an interesting like concept for this book, and I'm just like, yes, want to read you so much. The next book I got was Defy by Sarah B. Larson. It was a really good price, and I've been wanting to read this book for a while because people say it's like a retelling of Milan, sorta, and I'm just like down for this. Want to get some Milan because Milan is one of the best princesses ever. Next two books I got was Wait for You and Trust in Me by Jennifer L. Armentrout, even though it's Jay Lynn actually, but this is the first book, and this is the first book told from the guy's perspective, and even though there's like this size difference going on, I'm just gonna like find a way to sit this in my shelf so it works. But I've been wanting to read more of her books, and I want to read some of her adult books because I have never read anything from Jay Lynn, but I've read from Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I really love her, so I want to see how she goes with one of these like contemporary books with a different like protagonist every book. So like, I'm really excited. The next book I got was Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I've been seeing this book around a lot for like diverse reads, so I'm very excited to have it, and it looks so beautiful and it's gonna be good. Then I got Saint Everything by Sarah Dessen. Again, this book was like really popular for a few months back and then I never bought it, but now I haven't and I'm just like, yes. Then I got The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Manson. So I got another Morgan Manson book I'm adding to this collection. Now I just have to buy Second Chance Summer, which like will happen soon, hopefully. But this is the one that arrived today and I was like, yes, I can film this video because I finally got all the books I want. And the last book I got is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. And I actually got this in hardcover even though I know I have the paperback. But the paperback for this book wasn't coming up for so long. But the only thing I have with this book is it's like the edition with the gold spine. And the Ember and the Ashes copy that's in hardcover doesn't exist on Book Depository, so I had to search around for ages and it's like a copy that doesn't really exist anymore, so I was really annoyed. But then I found it on eBay and I bought it and I had a $20 discount because like eBay is like, you haven't been buying anything for like years, so we're going to give you money off. And I'm just like, yes, gonna use that. But I really hope it matches and works, but I'm really excited to have this book and I can continue on with the story, so I can't wait. And the last pile of books I bought when I was in Canberra with my brother, because after Christmas we went for Boxing Day sales and I bought 10 books at the stores in one day because like I wanted all the books and I bought them all. So the first book I got was The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I just saw this in the paperback and I was like, damn, give me this book. And then I read it and just like, oh my god, it was so good and I just broke it. But yes, this book was so good. I really enjoyed it and I'm just so happy that I've read this. The next book I got was Sky Key by James Frey, and this is an Endgame novel. I have Endgame The Calling and this is the second book, and I saw it and it was only $10 and I was like, oh, I'll add this to the collection and hopefully I'll end up reading these books soon. Then I bought Great Small Things by Jodi Picoult and I am so excited to have this book. I've been wanting to read it for so long, like since I heard the premise of it and how interesting it was sounded, I've been wanting to read this book, and then every time I saw it, it was really expensive, and then I finally found it for $16 and I was like, yes, gotta read this. So I'm really excited because it just, even though it's like a hard subject, like not necessarily hard, but it's a serious subject that I think will be really like done really well in this book. Then I got Magonia and Airy by What's Your Name? I don't know. Oh my god. Maria de Devana Headley. I can't even, but I heard a lot of weird stuff happens in these books, but I am prepared for this weirdness. Like hopefully I really enjoy it, but they're quite small, these books, so like I think they'll be quite quick reads, but I'm really excited to have these books. Then I got The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, and like I got the lovely black edition that matches my soul. I just saw it and I didn't even think until later that this actually wasn't the white edition, but I still think this cover like looks really cool. But I've heard so many people raving about this book that I'm really excited to check it out. Then I got Arcania by Lynette Noni. I can't even speak right now. So many people have been talking about this book, and it's an Australian series that doesn't get as much hype as it should, and I'm saying that from someone who hasn't even read the book to check it out. But I want to read this one, then I'll get Raylia and Draconia and Mammonia and all the other ones that there's so many titles that all rhyme, which is pretty cool, but I'm excited for this book. Next book I got is This Is Where the World Ends by Amy Zong, and I've just had this thing about collecting books from old Wire Chronicle packages that I never received because I started at box 10, so all the other books before then I'm sort of slowly collecting, and this was one of the books, and I think it sounds like it's going to be really interesting and I'm excited to check it out. The next book I got is Strange Girl by Christopher Pike. I'm excited for this, and just saying the cover really intrigued me because it's just this chick chilling and then it's very bare, like it just intrigued me and I was just like, I'm gonna check this book out because it's only $10. And the last book I got is The Last Letter from Your Lover. See, this works, the last letter, but this book is by Jojo Moyes, and I've been wanting to read more of her books since I read Me Before You because it was so good. But I actually saw someone review this book and it just, the idea of it really intrigued me, and I was just like, I'm gonna check out this book because it sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. So here's the first pile. This is going okay. Pile number 1 of books I bought. And pile number 2. Oh my god, I can't even... Oh, it's collapsing. But anyway, guys, that is my book haul of all the books. Oh my god, what was that? Anyway, that is all the books that I bought in the month of December, or bought, received, / had a massive breakdown and bought books. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Bye!